Okay, good late morning, everyone. Michael Venezia, a head trader at Tradeview Markets. You should get rid of that setting. It's really, what I mean? I know what I'm doing. How about that? By the time the video starts, okay? It's first day of the month on December, okay? You can wipe everything clean. There's been, although the VIX is still subdued to it, really, it's one of the most perplexing things in the market right now. You know what I mean? A lot happened. There was a nice run up, a quote unquote historic run up of some proportions, if you will. So understand that, you know what I mean? If it's like Bitcoin when it first started. If you didn't buy it at, some people were in 100. Doesn't mean if at 1,000 you can't buy it at 1,000, make money going to 10,000 if you will. I'm using an example like it's not it's just be professional, and it's not too late. You know what I mean? So let's log into TradeView Markets. Actually, you know what? I'm going to show you my screen right now. It's exactly what you wanted to see. The Magnificent Seven, as you go into the end of the yesterday was the end of the month. This is the beginning of the month. This Google down my app. Hold on. There's the 2-minute chart. Coach is going to yell at me for that. Okay, here's the chart on Microsoft Daily. There's the Google Daily. As Coach will pointed out, one of his better trades. Well, you know what? He's been trading so well. It's actually, I'm not going to take it for granted, but Coach had Nevada in the video. Nice. AMD as well. We're in that. So the 7 are coming down. So, and there's the rest of my screen here. You can look at other stocks like a Macy's is still going almost borderline parabolic. There are a lot of stocks that are acting well into earnings that are breaking out. IoT had earnings. Okay, there you go. Just like maybe some of them happened yesterday, when there was a pullback or some profit taking in these other stocks. For example, maybe Snowflake. All right, so this doesn't necessarily mean the Nasdaq's topped out, because Snowflake started the month off at 150 and took a little profit taking from 200 to 180. No, but you look at the stocks that like BRT taking huge call options still at the highs. What else? Path. All right. This was a stock was besides CCJ. I told everybody besides options on TradeGATEHub, Path was a stock, and no believe, trust me. You have all these videos here as I sign into TradeGATEHub and go against the plan a little bit, which I don't like doing. But it's Friday and it's fast and furious, and I got some positions to scale into and out of. Is to go into Paul. Thank you so much for posting. We missed you, or I missed you. I was a little delinquent, feeling under the weather. So glad you're back, and surfs up. Alexis certainly held it in there, but we need you to post. We need where's Gerard anyway? Anyway, we'll keep it in there. Okay, if you want to see what's going on and the persistent path call option, I didn't split the atom either. It's on a lot of sites. Go to the TradeGATEHub YouTube channel. You can see what we've a little bit what we're about. We have over 3,500 viewers, subscribers, almost 1,000 videos. We do 2 a day, sometimes more than that. Coach even put out this one this morning. He was so excited, and it's actually no excited. I know Coach. He felt it probably a responsibility with a lot of things going on. This is what he said. Hold on.
Which to me means, thank God I found TradeGATEHub. TGI.
Point being is Coach doesn't normally do a video on Friday, and just somebody that loves it and that's into it put out a video again this morning. I can appreciate that, professional and pro. Just what I mean. That's what the job is. When you get to be a professional trader at a high level, it really affords you to do what you want and feel compelled to share. And TGH is free. I certainly make a fraction of my living doing any videos here by TGH, and I like doing it because it makes me a better trader as well. When I look at Path right here, I know that I had call options. Whether it's 1 or 1,000 people that are listening right now, the one or maybe 2, the one is me, or besides, you know what I mean, is that one's definitely, this is accumulation. You know what I mean? I wouldn't even short this one. It might open down. This is the type of stock that goes up and then opens down $1 when somebody chases it at the high and buys it at the close, and then it rallies back. But look at some other things that's acting very well right here. A lot of low floors that are going on. Alta needs no introduction. There's earnings into Alta. Probably needs a little bit of rest. I mean, the stock, what is this? What date is this right here? 10/23, 11/23. Basically a month ago, give or take, was 368. That went to 480. You know, is that I don't necessarily think this is the type of chart where but matter of fact, the majority of shorts, as we said persistently in TradeGATEHubs, are out of individual hedge funds are out of individual shorts. Now it's basically stock picking as these magnificent seven pulled it back. If you didn't miss the seven on the way down, on the way up, then there's 19,000 other stocks to buy on the way up, because those, when the seven went up, nothing else went up. You know what I mean? Then you had stocks like General Motors that were pinned down there, and stock like LUV that was pinned down there, and stocks like even golds were doing that. So now that the other ones, the 7 or 10 of them, rest, you know, there's 14, you know, whatever. There's time for Wayfair to go up or bounce. It's time for Zillow to bounce, which, by the way, wouldn't do anything as the other ones. Para having a nice day. I actually like that now through the 15. That's one that's going to keep going up. And I don't think that's a short squeeze. I actually think this is basically on fundamental. This is a short squeeze. This is basically basing on a flag breaking out on news, and it does have news. Disney, there you go. Disney pulling in a nice flag now. So it, you know, it's different this time. Like I said, I think the whole week, the whole month of December is, as Powell's speaking right now, I believe, outside of anything major happening, and out of where the VIX is, considering there's two wars and inflation and a lot of news and involved. I mean, there are low floaters. I mean, here's a GameStop. GameStop in 2 days. I hope I'm on this. Let me check this. GameStop 2 days. You know what I mean? You're waiting for this thing. September. You know, there might not be a Christmas if you're bagged in GameStop starting in, you know, you bought in the summer. Oh, GameStop, yeah, kids are at the beach. You know what I mean? So you're going from like 19, it was $11 3-4 days ago. So it went from 11 to 17. If you're halfway sharp, you got out. But you know what? For stocks that went from 11, you know, and the VIX still suppressed. So it's amazing. I can't wait till the VIX goes to even, you know what the thing is? Where is the VIX? I think it's like 13 or 14. I use that as a trading product. The VIX is a trading product, but it's like 14 or something, right? Even if the VIX bounces 20%, 20% bounce in the VIX happens in one day. That's a big move. The VIX is still under 20, well under 20. Hedge funds and CT still, and everybody still has to put money to work. There's still low volatility at 18 when the VIX is 18, if you get my point. Let me go back to TradeGATEHub. Actually, let me take this off here. I don't want to get distracted. Actually, I will put on the SPY so we can look at something. Let's go to back to TradeGATEHub. Right here. A couple of things I wanted to say. All right, the CTA positioning. You know, there's a lot of movement here. Pre-market movers, 30, 335, 85, 75%. What am I doing now? Bottom line. Okay. I bought Alcoa. Reversion to whatever it calls. I bought Alcoa. Option flow. I think, you know, I believe if the rotation, or, you know, what you want to see is the 7 or the other stocks rotate properly. But what's Alcoa? Not a barn burner. I don't think I'm going to make the same money I know I did in Affirm. Oh my God. PayPal. Oh, you know what I bought this morning? I bought PayPal. Fact. Laggard in the fund. Bought it a little bit. There's Square. Look at Square. My God, that's it. That same. You know what Square looks like? Gap stores. Hold on. Look at Gap stores. Gap stores and Square. You know what I mean. What moves? Nobody wanted 30, 40, 60. All right. What am I doing now? I took some golds off. I took off some KGC. I took off some GOLD. I took a little off here. I'm going to buy them in the dipper. What else is moving? Let's go to the wise guys today. Anti-VIX a little elevated. There might be a pullback. KKR, Pfizer bullish. CLSK, they're still buying this thing. They're still buying CLSK. The first one to freaking drive it on is PayPal. Yeah, well, actually, they're covering puts. AAL, PayPal bullish. SBLK, we're in that. SBLK at 22. And why? Option flow. Look at option flow. Option flow, third day up is usually the last day stretched up. We're in this. Splunk, SBLK. Why not? We're in the system. Still taking well, you know what? Let's look at this. Let's go a little bit further. So I have a runner. This is the weekly. Now let's do the weekly downtrend line. SBLK. SBLK. I love this freaking thing. 22 and a half. Okay, SBLK. There's a lot going on, actually. SBLK more. CVS, not interested. I covered CVS. AA bearish. December puts. That's not. Piton, monster calls. Piton, monster 2025. Chart looks okay now. Looks like a lot of the other rats. But you know what? I wouldn't short it. It's more likely to go up 20% than go back down now above the gap. Piton calls. In case you're wondering, you know what? Actually, the next one to come up is Carvana. Surprise. Carvana now building a lower low, lower high, whatever you're going to call it. Carvana's taking calls. Jesus, wow. Upstart, another one. Missed it. Actually, you know what? I didn't miss it. Surfs Up would tell me I didn't miss it. Upstart breaking out nicely finally after it took it so long as the other ones were going up nicely. Do I have any questions? Because I got to run and rotate some stuff. IWM's at the small caps at the high, 10-year at the low. Piton. That's interesting, Piton. You guys out there want to try to make some binary score here. I mean, this is Piton might be the one to do it. It's not for me. I have too many binary setups at the moment. But there you go, Piton. So I'll leave it there. You know what I mean? It's what we wanted to see, the rotation, pull back a little bit into some of these other high flyer names. Basically, they go more with sentiment. I want to see Apple pull back. But the other Apple, well, you know what? You don't even know if that's open. That's over yet. Stock like General Motors. Was it this, like I said yesterday, was it a short squeeze? Or is something changed this time? There's the chart on GM. All right, it's this things changed. You know what I mean? Just like on things changed here with the volume. Going from so the character changed. At least it's out of the things changed, and at least in General Motors. Bristol Myers I sold this morning was a dog had let me down. Big lots, things changed. No, but it is a short squeeze. Big lots, probably setting up for higher. Needs a pullback. Big lots. Weight Watchers. The other stocks are trying to rate. Dollar breaking lower. SYM. Everybody's in this SYM. The only reason why I'm not heavy in is because every freaking thing I see SYM. Boom, boom, boom. SYM. But it's fresh. It's sexy. It's working. We'll leave it at there. All right. Say try to close one of my 1,000 windows. Okay. Any questions? Anyone for a list? Please. Paul, you good, Lewis? Riding it out. DXY. Back to basics. Paul, going right to the dollar. View. Here's one. Long view. Long view. It's a Green Day song. View. Stock of the day. Believe me, that was 240. But if we go to 4 minutes, stock is 75 cents, currently halted up at $2.81. I wish one of my low floaters would go, and 99% of them have gone, except this one, except 2 of mine. And believe me, I got a lot of them. So I'm here. I have to. I'm waiting for one of these ones to go because believe me, View, will have a 2-day run, and then it'll never, sometimes they only last like a half an hour, and mines are so poor it looks like they might. Let's go back to one of the main pages here, what everybody's looking at. I mean, at this time of day, 2-year Treasury hits lowest level since June 13th. It's a major situation. View highs, dollar at the low. The VIX 1253. 10-year at the lows, IWM at the highs, ZI bullish, Tesla. That's it. Key economic today. What is this? George Santos. Who's he? No, I'm only kidding. IWM was blasted through the November highs. IWM, small caps, baby. There we go. We're in the small caps. We need the small caps. Why? That's why these low floaters are freaking flying. There's the IWM. My God, look at that. And there's the TNA to follow it. Looking good. And then there's pull back. I could care less. Beautiful. Come on down to a gap fill. Come on, the water's warm. Let everybody, get scared off, and that's it. So I don't mean to pontificate. That's how I treat it. Just keep a couple of coaches in mind. Understand this. There are a couple of low floaters. Know what you're buying, because I'm still in some that haven't popped, and I have to get up at 4:01 a.m. every morning just in case they do pop and decide to do it, and I miss the move and put the orders in. It's not fun. So know what you're buying so you can sleep later. With that being said, there's a lot going on. Don't get in, like I said, don't get in, know what you're buying. There's always something to do. It's only a week of what happened here. And we're here to get you through it. And in the short, long term, no matter what's going on, we always here with a plan, with option flow, sentiment, stocks with good volume, price range, and action. That's what we do here at TGH. And we do it at a high level. So thank you for tuning in. If you don't have anything by now, make sure to get yourself a TradeView demo for someone you love before the holidays so they can make money like all of us. At least if they don't, they can show that their mistakes are good mistakes and they can learn on the demo before they get up to a professional level. And it would be an honor for that to happen. So cheers. Enjoy the rest of your day and trade well. Thank you.